Hey everyone, so I think this is starting, and I just want to begin by saying if you are new to my channel, thank you for coming. Welcome, I'm glad you're here. And if you're watching this archive specifically, you're going to want to skip over about the first 15 minutes because I come on the live stream early and I always start about 5 minutes after the time that it's advertised to go live. Hey, May and Mayuki. So I take this first 15 minutes to say hello to everyone that's joining and to give everyone plenty of time to get in before I actually begin, because I've always heard that people are missing the very beginning of the video. So that's why I do it that way. Um, Usually you will see something on my desk here in front of you. And don't worry about how nasty this looks. We're going to fix that later on. To see how it accidentally cracked. Oops, there goes another one. We're gonna work on a fix for that. But anyway, this is what we're gonna do. We're using UTEE and PEARL EX today. Hi, Susan and Carrie. Ooh, we got someone from Ireland. Wow. Cheers, everyone. La Mystique Sketchbook. Hello, are you new? Oh, thank you so much. Big hearts for you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, okay, so you usually catch the replay. Super. Oh, hello from Jen from Sharon and the Cademans. Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming. I'm going to give everybody more time to come in, so if you've got any questions or anything, any comments, we can do Q&A while we're waiting. Otherwise, I'm just waiting to see everyone that comes in. Make sure you have plenty of time. We'll start promptly at 2:05 in case anyone needs to run and get something to drink or need a bathroom break before we begin. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, La Mystique. I'm really glad you're here. We're going to play around with UTEE today. I'm not going to get started, but in case you don't know what that is, it's called Ultra Thick Embossing Powder or Enamel, and this is a big container of it. You don't have to buy this much, but you can get really big containers of it, and you can also get it in different colors too. Hi, Judy. Hi, Rita Marie and Aunt Beck. So this one is gold, and this one is just clear. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more clear to my little container here. This is going to be so fun, you guys. I think you're really going to like this. Hi, J.E. Step. Should I just call you Jay? Oh, Christy made it to watch today. Hi, Christy. We're still praying for you. I'm just going to add some more of this clear UTEE to this. Oh, and you know what? I'm just going to quick pick out a couple of these little gold flakes that fell in because, you know, I don't want it to be gold. Until I want it to be gold, you know what I mean? Then we'll add some. This looks really yellowed. I've had it around for a while, but we're going to use it anyway and see what happens. It says it's clear, so it should be. And I think I'm just going to remove one of these spoons as well. Alina, hello. Jennifer Marker, you made it. Gemma came. UTEE on your wish list. Now, I know I'm going to get into this later on, but if you guys are here early because you want to know what you need, if you don't have UTEE, grab your regular clear embossing powder. It won't be as thick, but you can keep, you know, bringing that up and bringing that up. You know what? Somebody just said, where did I get this at? I don't remember. I think it was either a garage sale or a really good sale because look at the prices that are listed on the top of these bottles. $5. I mean, $5 for something like that, that's pretty much unheard of. But I'm pretty sure Michael's carries the big jar of the clear. I'm just swirling this around and making sure I've been doing some fun stuff too, so I've got some little leftover telltale signs in here. I'm just making sure that it's all clear because we're going to use this today. Like I was saying, if you don't have UTEE, yay, Alina, so happy you made it. If you don't have this stuff, just pull out your regular embossing powders. That will work too. Christy says Amazon has it, so if anyone's not in chat, you can get it on Amazon. I'm gonna pull a few things out of here. So here's a big bag of different kind of embossing powders that I have. I think this one is clear. Let me dig it out. If you don't have UTEE, it's just a different kind of embossing powder. Pull out one of your little jars like this of regular embossing powder. This one is clear. Okay, that will also work. So use what you have. Yay, they do. It's on the, so you can find it on the rubber stamp aisle at Michael's, I'm guessing, Joann's, maybe both. Misfit says she needs inspiration for Christmas cards. Oh, Lordy. Maybe we should do a Christmas in, you know, whatever. I'd be happy to do that. That'd be really fun. Yay, Kimberly made it. Hello, Kimberly. We're down to about 8 minutes, and we're going to have people 8 more minutes to come in. So if you're watching this again archived, you're going to want to make sure to maybe skip through this part if you're not interested in me having conversations. We've got an open live chat here during the hi Pat and May. So if you're not familiar with that, it's not available on all devices is from what I hear. So if you have actually this one was done with clear, but you can do different colors if you want. Yes, experiment, play around, pull out all your stuff. It'll be really super fun. Oh my gosh, 300 Christmas cards you're gonna make. Hi Satomi. Hello, welcome. Hi Shell. Tuesday morning had some too, if you're not in chat. Oh, I don't have any eyeshadow. I don't wear makeup. Neither do I, but the dollar store has a plethora of eyeshadows that you can get that this would work for. I should probably pull some of them out now that you're talking about it. That would be a really good idea to show you guys. So, I don't wear makeup either. I never have. But look at these beauties. You can get these at the dollar store. Look at that. Look at all the colors you can get. So we can play around with these too. So if you've got any kind of sparkly, what do you call that, mica, you can use it. If you don't have those type of things, maybe you've got some kind of glitters laying around. Pull some of these out. Pull out your, oh, what else can we use? Oh, I've got even more of that kind of glitter too. I should probably pull that out too. Look at all the different colors I have in that. I just saw this at Michael's and I couldn't walk away without it. It's so much glitter. Hello, Lucky. So yeah, I hate to give away too much. We're going to be going over that and stuff. So if you need time to grab your things and whatever, I just want to let you know that the stuff that you see in front of you is what you're going to need today. You might need some way of putting the ink on. So I'm just going to grab one of these too and just maybe get a new one so I have one just for black. Almost fell over. There we go. I'll use this one just for black. If you don't have this, you can always use a regular one like this and just cut off pieces of felt. That's all I do. This is just a very well-used piece of felt. You can see the black still on it. So you can use black like that. You might want to keep some baby wipes handy. I just always assume that people have baby wipes handy, but if you don't, now's the time. Go grab them. We're going to get started in 4 minutes, guys. Yes, UTEE is definitely still available. And there's a lot of things you can do with it. So we'll probably be doing another video using UTEE. I'm not sure when, but yes, glitters and blings and anything you can think of that would stick into the UTEE and stuff. It would be so cool. Hi, Cindy. Hey, Linda. Hello. I'm glad you're here. Cheers, guys. Oh my gosh, good morning from New Zealand. Sitting up in bed with a laptop. Oh my. Oh, when I said hi to Lucky, that was Judy's dash hound. Oh, he has spinal cord injuries. That's so sad. Everyone say a little prayer for Lucky. I wish we could share pictures in here. That'd be really fun too. Ooh, seed beads. That would be super fun too. Let me grab my seed beads. Oh, you know what else would be really fun is if you have any teeny tiny sequins and stuff. Look at these. Stuff like this. This would be fun. Here's my little seed beads. I think I need to just move everything over here. Oops, so I have a little bit more room. Oh, I just have stuff everywhere now. We'll be lucky if we have space to create. Hi, Elise from Eau Claire. Wow. He got excited. Lucky. Here, baby. You're a good boy. Little hearts for Lucky. That's awesome. Okay, 2 more minutes. Just waiting for everyone else to finish up getting in, and then we're going to get started. Oh, what's that? If you go to the dollar store, you can buy nail caviar. It's finer than glitter and works well on card. I have never heard of that. Nail caviar, huh? I'll have to check that out. Hi, Deb. Oh, diamond dust. Yes. Oh, glitters. Yeah, glitters of any kind. Oh my, I have, you wouldn't believe how many glitters I have. I think we'll stick with what I have. If I have time later, we can add glitters too. That'd be fun. Hi, Vicky. Welcome. Oh, I had to check for a second. When I'm at home, I'm just kind of, hanging out. I usually don't wear my tooth. And those of you guys who know that I'm missing a tooth until I get my implant, you already know that. But I had to double check. I was like, oh gosh, am I wearing it? That'd be embarrassing. Oh, that would be really cool. Yes, take some pictures of what you do today, guys, and post them over at Quality Crafts. So if you're not already on Quality Crafts, it's on Facebook, and I'm hoping that sooner or later one of my moderators will come in and let you guys know where that is. It is Quality Crafts. Actually, I'll just type it in here quickly because it's spelt differently than what it sounds. It sounds like quality, like really, really good or tough or well done. But it's koala like the bear and a capital T. And it is 2:05, so let us begin. Now, you're going to want Versamark for sure because that's how we get the UTEE to stick. I brought black ink because if you don't have black paper, it works the best with chipboard. Now, if you don't have black chipboard, you're going to want a way to make it black. Either paint it acrylically with acrylic paint or ink it with a black ink because this will not bend when you heat it. Now, because I want to show you this, it's got a bow to it, right? Which is why when I tried to lay it flat and I went like this, it cracked. And I may have forced a couple other cracks on my own. But if you have something like this, never fear. I'm gonna I'm gonna reheat it and see how many of the cracks we can get rid of. So I always use my double, not my double, my opposite little tweezers here. So when I let go of it, it actually holds for me. It's the opposite of a regular tweezer. And I'm gonna grab my heat gun. There's gonna be a lot of heating going on. Hello, Jocelyn. Hi, Cindy. So let's heat this, and just before we even get started, if you end up with cracks or you think you've made a mistake, let's just see what happens when we heat this thoroughly. You do have to heat it several times, and I'm going to go through the whole process with you, but just since I have this already here. Okay. So they were really big cracks. You can still see that there's lines there. But I did this on paper, and I want to show you the difference between doing it on paper. Whoops. You can't really see the white cracks anymore, and the more you heat it, the more they'll melt together. But if you're doing something that's got a stamping on it like this, the more you heat it, the more this is going to disappear as well. So you want to be very careful with that. But if you've got small cracks, you can definitely smooth them back out. If I would have heated them a little bit longer, I think they would have completely disappeared. Okay, so we're going to do a couple. Now, as I say, if you've got chipboard, that works out the best. If you don't, we're going to use regular cardstock, and you can always put a bunch of those together, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So let's first try a piece of chipboard, and since I don't have black chipboard, I'm going to make black by adding some ink to it. I need just a piece of printer paper here, so I don't get black all over my background here. You see that ink that stayed there? We don't want that, because then everything I touch is going to be black. Reverse tweezers, thank you. Camera on, brain off. That's how it works. Now, you can do these with white. I just really happen to like the way it looks with black. So I've got that colored black. That looks good to me. I'm not going to worry about if there's a little bit showing. And then, so black chipboard or ink it black as I have. Or you can put your, whatever you're making, your punches or your cutouts, you can layer them. That is what I meant to say. Where's my punch? Okay, I know I've done this in videos before, but I really love this punch. It's by Martha Stewart, and it's a button punch. Okay, and when you punch it out, it looks like this. Hi, Kim. And so I'm gonna just go ahead and punch out 4 of them real quick. And you can use anything. You can layer up any kind of cutouts that you have, but this one is gonna be really easy to show. Okay, so I'm going to hang on to those. I'm going to get rid of all the little dots that fell out. And I'm going to glue these together. One thing about this is that you have to have them lined up pretty well in order for them to glue decently. And so you're just going to want to be real careful about how you slide them around a little bit, make sure that they glue exactly right. Hi, Kelly. Thank you for coming. Woo, hearts for Kelly. I was just going to name a new moderator because nobody showed up. So I'm really glad you're here. Thank you. I appreciate it. No worries. No worries at all. It is okay. I'm just trying to line this up. I think I got the wrong. If you're following me, the dots actually make more of a rectangle if you look at them close enough. So if you don't get them put on exactly right, then it looks really bad. You can see the little holes, but I'm not going to worry too much about that at this point. I just want to make sure that you can see that if you don't have chipboard that's black, or whatever color you want, I mean, use white, use different colors of UTEE, go crazy with the supplies that you have and show us something new and different. Maybe you'll find a new technique that no one's thought of before. Tracy, you're so goofy. I was waiting to hear back from you before I added you to the group though, because I was not sure if somebody had captured your name and scammed in on your name. So I'm glad you came today because I can let you back in the group now that I know it's really you. Did you set up a new profile as well? Let me know. Okay, so with this button, I'm gonna stick my reverse tweezers into two of the little holes, and hopefully that will be enough to hold that button, just like that. And so let's do our first one. We're gonna use the Versamark, and you can tell that I used that leaf because look, I didn't clean the green off very well. But I'm just gonna dip this in here until I get it really, really full of embossing powder. I mean embossing ink, doy. And then I'm gonna dip it into my UTEE. Now here's the thing. This is gonna, I got a little hair in there. Let's just remove that. If you heat directly on your UTEE, it's got large granules like salt. This will blow all over the place, okay? And don't worry about it attaching and melting onto your tweezers because that will just come right off in the end. And to prevent it from blowing all over the place, we're going to try to heat it from underneath first until it starts to heat up. And then, oh, it looks like one of my videos stopped again. We're going to heat from underneath and see what happens. Oh, Chris is here. Hi, Chris. Welcome. Thank you, Kelly. She posted for Quality Crafts, so you know where to look. Heat it from underneath until they start melting, and then you can heat from above to finish it off. Now, if it cools in between, you'll have to dip it back in the embossing ink, the Versamark. If it doesn't, if it's still hot, you can dip it right back into the UTEE and add another layer. And the trick to this is getting several layers on there so it's super thick. Okay, and I'm just gonna leave that for a second and let it cool. Looks like I got a couple bubbles in there. Covered up the holes. Oh, and at one point I accidentally blew right into my container, so I'm just gonna knock these off for a second and just do one quick swipe right into the garbage. So if you ever have this happen to you, just do a swipe, bring your garbage can right on over to the edge and just swipe it right off. Those, what do you call them? Those like half boxes that you can get where you can do your sprays in. Those are really wonderful for doing this type of thing too. I'm going to bring one over so you can see what I'm talking about. This is a box for spraying to contain your sprays. And my chair always moves on me. Okay. Just going to move that over to the side. If you have one of these around, these are wonderful too. So just put the back up so that when if you put your piece in here and you heat it directly on here, then anything that blows off the top will remain in this box, and then you can just tip it to the side, give it a nice tap, and then tap it right into the garbage and no problems. It kind of gets in my way as to what I'm doing, so I'm not going to use that one right now, but let's just pull this one off of here. You can see right where the UTEE came up there. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of layers on there, right? Oh, looks kind of white there. I might heat this just a little bit more and make sure it all settles out. But that's what you want as a base. The reason why I'm not heating directly on my table is because I have this mat, which is it's literally a baking mat. You can put it in the oven and it's good up to like 450 degrees, I believe. But underneath that is a plastic table here. And if I hold that too long on that, it makes divots and it literally melts my plastic table underneath. So that's why I'm not doing that and why I'm kind of doing it more like hovering in the air kind of deal here for you. I used to actually do all my videos over on my other desk. I don't know if any of you guys have been following me that long that you realize that. But it's been only recently, I don't know how recent, that I started doing it from here. I'm just trying to get this back in here so I can heat this one more time. Alrighty, we're going to be heating this again. So let me just set this here. And I'm going to pick a color. I'm going to use this one. These get all over the place too, just so you know. These pearlies is mica powder, whatever kind of thing that you're using today. And I usually use just a paintbrush that's got really soft bristles on it and dip it in a bit and then just paint it on where I want it to go. Okay, and the reason why we reheat it again is because the Pearl X does not have a binding agent in it, which means it's not going to stay there. There's no like gluing agent in it to make it stay. So we'll just keep painting this till it's blue. Do you see that? And then to make it set in there, we're just going to reheat this again one more time. If you don't like the way yours looks, add another layer. Or try it doing it a different way, because every kind of media that you use to put in on these projects makes it look different, because it's kind of, you can see it's kind of bumpy on one side. It's got kind of some divots there. I could probably maybe even that out because there was a bump in the button itself. I could probably even that out by adding more powder, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to reheat it now to set the powder into the UTEE. Now, as you get going and as you start doing this a little bit more, I don't know if you can tell from this far away, But that UTEE reheated and it started to move all over the place. So I kind of blew it into that hole that was being divoted. And look, now it's a lot smoother. It looks really cool. So make sure to give this plenty of time to dry. It doesn't take real long, but you want to make sure that it's dry before you touch it so you don't burn yourself. So if you're crafting with children or you're just accident prone, you know who you are. Be very, very careful because I don't want anyone to get hurt. Kelly says, I'd like you to meet my best friend in real life, Laura Jane Thompson. Well, welcome, Laura Jane. I'm so glad you came. It kind of rhymes. I'm trying to make a hole in there. Do you see where I kind of got that UTEE to go over the top of that fourth hole? I'm trying to put that hole back in. I could reheat it and stick a little pin through there and that would work. Let's see. I usually have a pen. There it is. I always have a pin laying around. Let's just see if I can get through that. Yeah, it's super thick. Here we go. So cool. Not the best, but I'll have to reheat it and stick something through there a little bit bigger. Ooh, ooh. I just love the look of that. And that's just one button. So let's make something else. Let's make something really cool. I have a whole bunch of stamps because, you know, I always over prepare of things that I really wanted to do with this. And now I've lost, there it is. So let's use the one that I already cut here. This one I'm going to do one similar to what I did for the beginning, which had the leaf on it. Let's pull this back out. And if you're just coming in, all I did was ink this with VersaFine because I didn't have any black chipboard. This is just a regular chipboard, like maybe from a cereal box. So recycle, folks. If you don't go out and buy expensive chipboard. Recycle all those sugary cereal boxes and cracker boxes and stuff because I know that we're all eating carbs like crazy these days. Here's the one that I originally did. So we're going to shoot for something like this where there's an actual stamp in it. Now it's going to be the same process. We're going to do several layers of UTEE, UTEE and heat, UTEE and heat, UTEE and heat, probably 3 times. And then we're going to stick a stamp in it. And I'm going to show you something. I really want to do this stamp. La la la. There it is. Oh, it is. This is a Bow Bunny stamp. Isn't it cool? Look at that. It looks like a little mini, I don't know what you call it. Like, I wanted to say a doily, but that's not really, it's not really what it looks like. But it's really cool. You can use anything, you know, bring out all those stamp sets you haven't been using. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to use that stamp set. Well, bring it out now. Now's the time. And porridge boxes. What's porridge? Is that, to me, porridge is cream of wheat. So now you can obviously tell this is bigger than that, but that's not the point. The point is we want some kind of a design to stamp in there. So I'm going to pull out a big stamp here that I have. And I'm going to go through the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is explain a mandala. Yes, it does look like a mandala. Thank you. I'm going to go through the whole thing verbally and then I'm going to do it in action. So like I said, we're going to put 3 layers of UTEE. The UTEE on and then heat and then UTEE and then heat 3 times. And then I'm going to stamp it while it's still warm. But before I stamp it, I'm going to do it right now just so I don't forget. I want to go ahead and put my stamp in Versamark or whatever kind of clear ink that you're using. You want to do that beforehand because it's going to release from that UTEE much easier and you won't damage your stamp. So that's all ready to go. And now I'm going to have a little bit of bump on the side where I put my reverse tweezers, but that's okay. Porridge is oatmeal here. Oh, okay, so oatmeal. Gotcha. So here we go with the clear ink. If you don't have VersaFine, you might have something else. Stick around. I'm going to show you in one of my next videos coming up how to make your own clear ink. Okay. Now, as I said, I'm going to start the process here. I'm going to move this out of the way so I don't accidentally heat it and blow it all over the place. But I'm going to heat this, and then I'm going to dip it back in, and then I'm going to heat it and dip it 3 times. I guess we all have different ideas of what porridge is. I thought it was cream of wheat, but I've been told it's in the chats here that it's oatmeal, and someone else is asking if it was made of rice. I'm not sure. Well, here we go. Now I stamped that in there. I'm just going to leave it for just a second while it kind of dries there and then pull it back up. And you can see where it's stamped in there, and it looks even wet on the insides there because of the Versamark, or the clear ink that I put on there, so that the stamp would release. And there's nothing wrong with my stamp. It didn't get burnt or anything like that, even though it was hot. The stamp is unharmed. And you have that really cool design already put in there. So now we're going to do the same thing we did with the button, is we're going to add all of the micas to that we want to make it whatever color our project is, right? So we can make everything matchy-matchy. Let me just bring you in here a little bit while I add the mica so we can do all kinds of different colors. And I really, really think it would be pretty to do like a red and a gold. So I'm going to do a little bit of gold. And this always makes a mess because it's powder and it just kind of flies through the air. And I'm going to just like kind of decide like where do I want that gold to go. Like maybe I want that gold to be more in like this area. It's not precise, so unless, you know, I'm trying to do this while holding up and videoing at the same time. You can get as precise as you want depending on what tool you use, but I'm not real worried about how exact it is, just that I've got some down on there. It's more important to me that you see what's going on, and so I just put the color where I want it. So there's a gold, and then I think I'm going to take a little bit more gold and kind of go around the edge. And you can use whatever colors you have. You can use whatever kind of media you want. I just think this is so stinking pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to do a little bit of red. And like I said, every single time, you just want to be real careful that you don't get this all over, because this stuff just flies through the wind. You breathe on it or sneeze on it or cough and it's going to go everywhere. So I'm going to add some of that to the center. And then to this other part, just to fill it in. You don't have to fill it in. I mean, by all means, leave some parts black. That'd be cool too. Whatever design, you know, works best for whatever project it is that you're using it for. It's just really fun to play with this stuff. Okay, and now we're gonna have to reset it. Well, I'll be doing more, don't worry. We'll be doing more colors. I've got other colors too off to the side here. I'm just gonna clean up my brush a little bit. Run my drying baby wipe just over this because that powder just gets everywhere. That mica is so ultra fine. And then we're gonna reheat this again. So I need to back out a tad to make sure that this sets in here. So I'm gonna look, where did I put my little thing originally? I think it was right here. And now I'm going to reheat it from the bottom. Actually, I don't have to go from the bottom, but you just want to make sure that you don't reheat it now so much that you lose your design. So, because if you heat this enough, it will like all go flat again and everything will melt down. So that's hard to tell because you're just going to have to like play around with it and really get the feel for how long to heat it. Now, I've done some where it still rubs off a little bit, and I've done some where I've lost some of my image. So it just depends. You have to find that kind of happy medium. So yeah, there's a couple of places where I heated it too long, where it started to melt in. Do you see that? But I think pretty much the integrity of that is there. Now, another thing you can do is if you want to do it the opposite way, and we're going to do it that way too, you can put the, what do you call it, micas on first and then stamp it last. So let's try that too. Here's another piece. Let's go ahead and ink this one up because I just think it looks better on black. You don't have to do black. You definitely don't. I just happen to really like it that way. We'll do a white one too. We'll do a little of experimenting. Oh, I cannot wait. It's Sunday, you know what that means. That means over on Quality Crafts, this technique is what you're gonna do in your craft room. Take a picture of it and send it to the album so that you can be a winner. There we go. Now this is gonna still be wet, so if I put it right in the Versamark immediately, it's gonna make my Versamark black. So we're gonna give that a chance to dry. We're gonna try one in white. And I don't have chipboard that's white. I'm sure I probably do somewhere, but just for today, let's pretend I don't. And let's do a bunch of these in white. I'm going to do some squares, and then we're going to glue them together. And get my big square out. There it is. Now, you don't have to stick to squares. I just find that to be really easy, and that's what I'm going to do for today. You can do ovals and circles and whatever, any kind of punches that you have. The thing is that if you're doing, if you are working with chipboard, punches and things don't readily go through chipboard, so you might want to actually get some chipboard pieces that you have laying around, because y'all know, go to your hoard, guys. I know you have them. that, you know, that little bag or box or bin of chipboard pieces that you have that you've been like, yeah, I'm going to use those someday. Today's the day. Grab them out. This is a tough puncher. It's killing me, guys. It's killing me. Oh, I need to get out my other one. This one is just not going to cut it today. I worked out this morning, too. You wouldn't be able to tell it. Oh, I just can't do it. You know what? Let's do a circle instead. These punches are a lot easier on the hands. There we go. This is going to be really fun to line up too because it's got all those bumps on it, but anything for you guys. Alright? Okay. We're going to glue these together. I knew it! You have a cigar box of pieces. I do too somewhere. I should have pulled those out, but I always want to show that there's different ways to do things so that everyone from the beginner, I mean, that's the whole point of my videos, right? Is that crafting and art should be accessible to everyone. The beginner, the newbie, the intermediate, and even the advanced. And I want to encourage all levels. So I'd like to give ideas for everybody, no matter where you're at in your crafting, and I shouldn't say this, but your hoard creating journey, because it just seems like no matter what you do, you end up with a stash or a hoard. Well, the thing is that punch isn't really made to go through, I don't think, 110-pound cardstock. Although the nice ones that I just used with the pinchers, that boy, they work a lot better. And yep, I got a whole bunch of wax paper and foil and stuff, so I will be trying that out. So is there anyone out there that's new to crafting that doesn't know what the hoard is yet? I'd like to give you a shout out if you're here. We'd like to help you with that. The crafting community is just such a lovely community. If you don't have a hoard, you don't know what we're talking about, well, you will soon have one. Okay, there we go. We're going to just do this one on white and see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and put the UTEE on here. Let's stamp it with something different though, because I've got tons of stamps next to me. You probably can't tell, but I do, that I picked out that I wanted to do today. So let's get to a few of them. So that was a Bow Bunny Clearly Stamps. Ta-da! In case you're wondering what that was. It's called Sunburst Clearly Stamps. There it is. Sunburst Clearly Stamps. Okay, so if you're watching live, did you know that you can pause the video and take down notes and then restart it and catch up to where we are? Tip for you. You have the power in your own hands. Oh, this one's fun. I got this little one. Look at this. I don't know what it is because there's nothing on it, but I like this one. We're going to go for it. Actually, I don't know. What do you think? No, let's go for this one. They're both really cool. Oh, really? Misfits Crafting's only been crafting for 4 weeks? Yeah. The hoard will come. Trust me. I'm going to grab my bigger block here. I'm going to make sure this all gets stamped. There we go. I mean, it's not all going to be on there, but I don't want it hanging off. I'm going to just stamp it right on there. Okay, here we go. You ready? Just ink that up. How many of you guys are following along today? I'd really like to know. Woo! We hit 60 viewers on a Sunday. Go us. 60 viewer dance. Thank you everyone for being here. Cheers. I need a drink. I need a drink before I heat up another one. Oh, that's so good. For those of you guys who are following my drinking escapades, I'm drinking sparkling ice. I've really been desperately trying to find something that doesn't have a lot of extra stuff in it. This does not have aspartame in it. I'm sure there's probably something else that's terrible for me in it, but I couldn't find any of the normal terrible things, so I went with that today. Usually I've just been drinking a lot of tea though. Tea can get kind of old, so if you've got ideas, let's give me some tea ideas, people. Anything that I can drink that's not plain old water. That's not going to kill me. Or my kidney for that matter. Oh, and I'm going to go ahead and ink this one up as I'm here. So I don't forget. This is going to go kind of quick. Sometimes it does. And here we go. Let's spread that out. Okay. Oh. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you could see that, but that, when I'm heating that moves like the ocean, like the waves, just goes like to one side. Oh my gosh, so cool. Okay, so like if you hold it to one side, oh, now I have it all on one side. It's still hot. It's still really hot. Can you see that ripple in there? I think you can. Anyway, you can even that out. The more you heat it, the more it comes out like that. But please do not burn yourself. We're just going to give this a second to dry. And we're going to do this the opposite way so that we don't lose our image. We're going to put on our colors first. So while we're waiting for that to dry for just a second, if you guys want to pick a color, here are my colors. And the color that comes up the most in the live chat is the ones that I'll use. So let's say we could probably get up to maybe 4 colors on there. Let's go for 4. And I'm going to pull them out as they go. There's a little bit of a lag, and so I have to wait for you guys to catch up with me, and then we'll get to see what colors you want. So from the colors in here, and I'll give you a second to think about that. Let me move this out of the way. Excuse me. Here we go. Okay, so purple. We can do up to 3 more. Somebody else said green. Green and purple. Super, we got green and purple. Yay. Blue. We've got 2 blues, light blue or dark blue. Somebody else said lemon. So one of these is a turquoise. I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure which one of these you think is blue or teal. White on white would just make it shiny, so I'm going to skip white for this time. Okay, let's go for this one because I think that's a little more turquoise than that. Oh, and somebody wants to do rose, so I think we'll do 5. Oh, the dark blue? Okay. I will switch that out for you. Dark blue. Okay. Alrighty. So that's what we're going to put on here. I'm just going to bring this in. I'm going to do this on the table flat this time so I don't have to hold it up. Oh, that's as far as I can go. Alright. Now it's not going to really matter where I put these because, oh, I think this is the first time I've used the pink. Because the image is going to look like this, which you guys already know. So it's got a lot of little fun little things going on. It looks to me like it's going to turn out a lot different than the black did. Like, I don't know how much of this we're really going to see. Like I said, I really, really enjoy the way it looks on black. But you never know until you try. And if you try, if you don't ever try, you will never know. Put a little bit of the pink there. Hi, Krissa. Oh, honey, it's okay that you're late. No worries at all. Just glad you're here. We're just going to put some of this, you know, it'll move around a little bit as I heat the, wow, I just don't see it sticking as it does, like it does on the black. I don't know what the difference is, just because you can't maybe see it as well. We're just going to put this all over, and then we're going to heat set it in, and then we're going to, that's too much, and then we're going to stamp in our image on top of it all. Whew. There's a lot of blue in there. It's getting everywhere. I don't know if you can tell. Oh no, you can't because that's off the camera. Trust me, it's messy. Oh, the yellow is going to be super hard to see. I wonder if these will blend together and make funky colors. That would be cool to find out. And, oh my, what did we do? Purple, yellow, blue. Purple, yellow, no, we didn't do purple yet. Okay, some purple on there. Yeah, the black just, ooh, it stands out way more on the black. It's okay, we've got another one to do. We'll do another black one. So hang in there, Krista. We'll do another black one. We're testing, we're experimenting on white right now. I don't know how people are feeling about going over on time today. We've got about 10 minutes left, and I have a feeling it's going to take us more than 10 minutes to get to the next 2 things. So make sure that you're pulling out all your stuff from your stash and experimenting along with me, or getting ready some ideas that you can do on your own, so that when you go over to Quality Crafts, that we can see what you've been working on. Take a picture of it because you're going to want to enter the challenge for the week. It goes from today, Sunday, till next Sunday. And we have that challenge every single week. And if you don't know how to do the technique, you just show up here and I'll show you how. The UTEE is very smooth. So let's go ahead and put it back on here. And we'll heat it from the bottom. And we'll see what it looks like when this all just kind of gets melted in there, right? So if you guys want to stick around, I am going to finish up this one and the one afterwards, even if it takes more than 10 minutes. But if you have to go, I totally respect your time. I'm really glad that you came. And I hope that you got something out of it and that you'll meet us over at Quality Crafts afterwards. And let's give this a try. Let me back this out just a tad, otherwise you won't be able to see much. All right. Ooh, it's already all falling off. Oh, could you see that moving around as it heated? Oh, I wish it would have stayed a little bit clearer. Sorry I was getting in your face, but I was trying to get a little bit closer to the camera so that it would really clear up for you. While I was heating it, it was blowing that stuff around. Look at that. Okay. It is super shiny in person. Like when you move it around, I guess when it shines and you can't see it on camera is when it's the most beautiful in person. It's just crazy pretty. Super shiny. Yeah, it's still super hot. See my finger? Don't burn yourself. We're going to reheat this though, because I want to do the stamp yet. I lost my little, what, here we go. I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to reheat it one more time and then we're going to stamp it right here. There we go. I'm going to bring it up so that you guys can see where that stamp went in. Now remember, I put Versamark on my stamp so that it would release and that it wouldn't damage my stamp. I missed this edge just a little bit, but that's pretty. Oh, Easter eggs. Cool idea. It really does look pretty. In person, it's even better than I think what even you're seeing. So here, let's look at the difference. I put that one on the side here. Whoops. This one, I really like the black. But imagine, I mean, I'm just giving you the tip of the iceberg. There's thousands, I'm sure millions of things you could do with this stuff that I can't cover in 1 hour. But you guys can cover it. If all of you guys do it together, you can cover doing a whole bunch of different things. So now let's do one where we pull in some of the stuff that we've been saving on the sidelines. Like we want to UTEE it up, but we want to add some other fun stuff. Like we want to add little, what do you call them? These little mini things. Like camera on, brain off. Come on, dude. Figure it out. I would really like to add some of these. I think this would be really super fun. And maybe even some of these little things I think would be really cute. So let's try one. Like we could put those on there. That'd be neat. First thing we need to do is get started with our UTEE, and then we can add whatever we want to it. Do we want to do a vote, or should I just start adding stuff? Do you want to just, or do you want me to just add a whole bunch of different things so we can see what they look like? I'll give you guys a little bit of time to tell me what you want to see on the chat. And then as I'm doing this, I can add the things that I see you say that you want. Alrighty, that is probably good for our level there. I did get a little bit too close to that and blow that over my desk again, but I can clean that up later. Let's add some seed beads. I think silver on the black would be really stunning. And I'm going to, I think, do I have my bowl in here yet? Maybe not. Let me pull this back in. Because if these seed beads go walking all over the place, I don't want them all over my desk. There we go. You can see that pretty well. And they are. The seed beads are going to go all over the place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat it so that it melts a little bit, and then I'm going to pour some seed beads on. And I think I'm actually going to take it off of here so that it stays a little bit more flat. Doesn't that look cool? I mean, if you just want shiny panels for your card, you can do shiny panels. I don't know if you could see that. I think I lost a little bit of frame there. Oh, look what happened to the little seed beads. And then as they got, oh my gosh, they're like inside that now. They're like totally inside that UTEE. They started sliding around as the UTEE got heated. My camera's like, no way, Phone on it. That's not even in clear frame. Go darn it anyways. Okay, here we go. There we go. Oh, let's just add some more stuff. That looks really cool, but this is totally irritating me. This mess on my desk. Into the garbage can to the side. Yes. Okay. Let's add something else, like maybe some of these really bright gold ones. Copper, not gold. Hopefully this isn't going to kill my table underneath. I'm looking around for where's my glass piece? There it is. This will work. Let's just put a barrier here. And if seed beads go running, then they go running, no big deal. I think if I get it warm enough, we won't have to worry about that being an issue. careful not to burn myself. There, we've got seed beads on there. Oh my gosh, flock and caviar. Caviar meaning a light, a really, really fine, like glitter. Oh my gosh, that's really cute. Oh, I'm sorry for those of you guys who are watching that don't have the chat. Misfit says that she's going to try it with flock and some other things. So whatever you have, go ahead and see what kind of results you get by adding different things. I'm going to add some of these little guys. They're kind of a pink and a silver on the back. They went in, but I think they all fell silver side up. Oh, maybe not all of them. But they got stuck in there too. Look at that. Let's do a little bit of glitter. Like this glitter stuff I have. And a whole bunch of different colors. I think blue would be pretty. This might be a little bit tougher because this is kind of not going to fall straight down. I totally blew that all over the place and I knew it was coming, but I didn't want to stop. I wanted to make sure it stayed on there. If I was doing this without the camera, I would be using that that box just to catch it all. But look at that. Oh, that is so much fun. We are over by about 4 minutes, and I'm probably going to continue just a little bit longer. For those of you guys who are wondering why I haven't ended or why you're in, and it says I go from 2 to 3, but I'm still going. Every once in a while we get into a project where it's just not feasible to stop. I'm telling you. So this is just totally fun. I probably do this for another hour or so after I hang up with you guys, just playing around with all the different things that I have in my stash. This one turned out really super cool. Let's see if I can get it to, yeah, look at that. You can see all the little shards and all the little seed beads and all the little other sparkly things that I added. So much fun. And then this one, and then the lighter one that we did on the white. Guys, if I had to pick, I would have to pick doing it on the black background is just so much more of a wow. Like, holy cow, if you put this on a card, people are going to be like, how'd you make that? Right? They're going to be like, how did you make that? It's so cool. Yes, pins, necklaces, all kinds of things, rings. You can do so much with this stuff. And UTEE can go on the top of practically anything. I'm just trying to find a place for my mirror here so you don't see up my nose because that would be gross. Okay, so we did see beads and all kinds of fun stuff here today. But the technique is for the challenge over at Quality Crafts. So if you're not there already, I would really highly recommend that you come over to Quality Crafts on Facebook and join in. Now it's a commitment-free and drama-free group where there's no participation police. We're not requiring you to do anything or you're going to get kicked out of the group. But anytime the mood strikes or you see something that inspires you, we encourage you to jump in and try it. Now, today is Sunday, and this challenge for this specific technique is going to go on from today, Sunday, through next Sunday. And if you come over to Quality Crafts and you log in and you put your address in so that I can find you, because we've got an address thing, just go to the pinned post right at the very top. It's there always. It never moves. You just click on it. All the information you ever want to know about Quality Crafts is there. Like, oh, you don't have to search for it. So it's super cool. Take a picture of that, whatever is made, you know, like if you just made one of these and that was super cool, take a picture of it. You don't have to put it on a card or make it into a necklace or anything. Just do the technique, have fun with it. The whole point is to make art accessible and to get you guys moving and motivated and inspired. So come over to Quality Crafts, show us what you've done, and then maybe you'll win something. So put it in the right album though, that always helps. And if you have a strange looking profile, or I'm not sure who you are, make sure that you friend me or you friend somebody in the group so that we recognize you as not a scammer or a spammer or someone who has taken control of your account, because that's happening so much these days. Yeah, so we want you, regardless, we'd like you to come over, and we encourage that. And the blue ball, some of you guys are probably wondering, like, okay, you put out this blue ball like challenge, this contest for us to win the blue balls, but and it goes to my Quality Crafts blog spot, okay? So it's qualitycrafts.blogspot.com, but nobody won. And the thing is that it's been extended to the end of the month. So you now have until January 31st, and I'm slowing down in my speech. I'm trying to count in my brain how many days that is. But you have until the end of the month. And thank you, Tenzer. That's so nice of you. She said thanks for today. She had a good time. That's awesome. I want to make sure that, what was I saying? Oh, I forgot about the button. Squirrel. Yes, I want you to be able to get on the Blue Ball Challenge. And all it is just, if you go over to my Quality Crafts blog and you click on follow, I'm going to pick a winner from the people who are following that to win Bluebell Digi images, okay? So that's, I really would like to pick a winner, but you have an extended time until the end of the month to win that. And then there's always a monthly Bluebell Progressive Challenge over at Quality Crafts. So I meant March 31st. Yes, that's what I meant. Oh my gosh, not January. We're in March. Every month there's also a Progressive Bluebell Challenge over there, so just come on over and check that out. Ask us if you have questions. We welcome questions. And no, don't expect that you're going to get into Quality Crafts and know how everything runs from day one. It takes time. Hang out, just kind of see how everything comes through, because we've got so much going on. We even have a Friday to Friday freebies challenge, which always has a theme. Highly encourage that you use the freebies, but it's not necessary. You can create anything you want following that theme and enter that, and somebody wins. And when they win on that, you're going to get actually showcased on my blog. And just a little hint that I'm going to have a website pretty soon too. Woo, go me! So then you'll be put on the website as well. So extra kudos to you, and people are going to see you'll get your 5 minutes of fame and your little hearts there. So join in, because there's just so much fun stuff going on. I just can't remember to tell you about all of it. But if you enjoy what I do, if you're passionate about how I share with everyone, super easy step-by-step to follow tutorials for the beginner through the advanced, I would love it if you would support me through Patreon. The pledges there start out at $1, and they go all up to whatever you want. It's pulled out monthly from your credit card or your PayPal. Just the beginning of each month, so the first through whenever the card goes through, every month in the beginning of the month. And I want you to know that that is not something that everyone can do, and I don't expect it from everyone. But if you really believe in my passion for making art accessible to everyone, I would love for you to join me there. And if you can't, just know that this video, these live streams, and my channel will always be free to you no matter what. So keep on coming back, because I can't wait to see you guys next video.